Yes, I do too like these little moments when we get together and just do a little pop up. Just a little pop. Hamster, what are you doing? Merry Christmas, everyone. Next week is Christmas. So I hope you got your presents. You get no coal in your stocking. So I've been watching this whatever podcast. And, there's a bunch of garden tools in here, but we got ourselves an intellectual one here, don't we? I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to go, oh my God, hamster. Why are you going against her? Why are you evil? Why are you, man? The shit. But her name is Not So. So you can fill in you can fill in the details if you'd like to. Easter Sunday is here. Hello for no reason. Sergeant Grinchy. Douglas Edwards. Hello, Doug. Merry Christmas. Hope everything's all right. Okay. So I've been watching this freaking podcast. And this guy over here, let me get back to the, where is it? Where is it? Here, this guy, Andrew Wilson. Andrew Wilson, obviously a fucking Nazi that's coming out here and speaking the truth, right? Now, Not So over here with her fake fucking hair. Now, Not So is homologous to Destiny. You know who Destiny is? The blue-haired freak show that unfortunately his wife left him. And I don't wish that fucking pain on anyone. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, oh my God, Destiny. It's a horrible thing. So I feel sorry for the guy. And we have to as men. It's just, Jesus, God, what the women can do to us at a whim because they feel like it. Oh my God. Right? So Andrew Wilson, his wifey wrote a book called something like The Demonic Origins of Feminism. Does anyone doubt that, guys? Anyone? Far from Eden says, I love Andrew. Hey, good to see you, sweetheart. Hope everything is all right, man. Woman, thing, kidding. She's a girl. And she's nice. I had her on my channel. There's previous videos. Always good to see you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And maybe we can stream, later next year or whatever when you have time. So, okay. So, we've got ourselves here a little bit of a conundrum, don't we? Now, Mr. Andrew Wilson was coming on here. He's going to talk to these hoes, these garden tools. And he's saying some stuff and whatever. And these guys, oh my God, why do you hate women? Oh my God, why are you misogynist? Oh my God, oh no. Oh no. So they bring on the homologous Destiny here without the blue hair. And they're talking about gender stuff, identity, whatever. Here's what I believe. I believe in Jesus Christ as our Savior, as our God, to guide us through this freaking life. That's what I believe in. So does Andrew. What I don't believe in is bullshit. I ain't no Jesus. There ain't no, you have no proof. Oh my God, really? Really? And so, Not So, the homologous Destiny here is going to tell us, by the way, thousands of years ago, there was one tribe in American Samoa that practiced a certain thing. Let me try to pronounce it. Faʻafafine. Faʻafafine. Basically, it means third gender, according to Not So Smart. So let's just jump in and see what she has to say. Hello.
If you incite hate speech or violence against
I get it. I think that's a distinction. But moving into this.
Now, the reason I'm even bringing this up, and these folks, they argue interestingly, right? Destiny and the homologous Destiny here. Oh my God. But there was one thing that happened 10,000 years ago, and because of that, it should be look, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're trans. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Most people don't. You want to do what you want to do what you want to do. See, here's what a lot of people get pissed about. Are you ready for this? Little homologous woman? We don't want you telling us we have to do something. Just like the government. I'm a feminist. I don't want the government in my bedroom. Fair enough. So I don't want you to tell me what fucking pronouns I need to tell you or believe in your bullshit. It's not that hard. You live your life and I live mine, and we all fucking sing Kumbaya at the end of the fucking day. What is wrong with that? No. You must believe in my bullshit. And if you don't, you're a Nazi. Just like Andrew.
Medical field. What are the things you want to see there? What are the things you're wanting to see there?
Yeah. So the things
Let's
that
see, Faʻafafine. I think I'm getting it right. You see, there's only like 3,000 Samoans left in the fucking world. So let's look to their culture 10 million years ago and say, well, thus it shall be this. Go ahead, Andrew. Have a good time with this.
I would like to see are,
Yeah.
for example, no self-ID
right
and a pretty rigorous process by which we like determine these things.
Now, I'm not always saying that she's wrong all the time. Being charitable, Destiny and not so Destiny are not wrong the entire time. But there's a pretty good percentage of time when they are. But go ahead.
I haven't got into any of the neuroscience stuff when it comes to definitions, because it's really important to understand how definitions function. But
And again, she is not an unintelligent person. She's very, very smart, and she's very good. But she's mostly wrong. So
AI has done like crazy stuff for leading us forward as far as neuroscience. I believe you're born trans. I don't believe that this is like a choice or anything like that. And I think if you're choosing to be it, you're doing it for political reasons, popularity reasons, or something, probably mental illness specific.
Again, she's not wrong all the time.
Related, right? It seems to be the case that.
Okay, can we back up just
Sure.
briefly?
Whoa. And here comes Nazi.
We don't move into
Yep,
too
you're
many
good.
things. You say that you think people are born trans.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm
Why?
So questioning that.
I would say we have really strong literature showing like the historicity of some sort of trans issues.
The historicity. Look that up, people. Hey, hey, Essie, are you in here? Look that up. The historicity. Isn't that just, oh my God, it's offensive to that. What do you mean historicity? Stop it.
Going back hundreds of years.
Okay, then. Hundreds of years. Got it.
Absolutely being these things. This is part of where autogynephilia.
That's not good evidence for you being born trans, though.
Oh my God, look how mean he is to this woman. Jesus Christ. I don't even know why I'm here. He's so nasty. He's such a beast. Oh my God.
Another
could
thing
have
would be things
environmental
like
factors.
heritability, right? So
Mhm.
I think that there's a high level of like genetic comorbid factors that are associated with being
genetic
trans.
comorbid factors. See how smart let me say it again. You see, there's a high level of genetic comorbid factors that lead into this bullshit I believe in. Right.
There seems to be some level of predictability with estrogen levels. Is it born as far as like epigenetic versus just genetic? It's probably more in the epigenetic direction.
Ooh, she has big words. Oh my God, she's so smart, people.
Another really big marker that it's probably born in.
So you're talking about environmental factors impacting
Yes. Epigenetics, yes.
this in a great way as well.
No,
Except when evolution or whatever the fucking word is, when evolutionarily biology kicks in, I'm just going to guess that not so too Destiny. You don't like the shit that you don't like. Well, this is evolutionarily biology over here. Do you like Dr. Godsad? Gadsad? The Gadfather? Probably not. Edward Dutton? No. He's a Nazi. I see. So you're picking and choosing. Just like a lot of people do. Wasn't that lovely? Go ahead.
Genetic factors is not environmental factors
No,
alone.
that's not what I asked. I
Okay.
asked if you're talking about environmental factors affecting this as well, or if you think it's mostly just
Now, what you here's Mr. Wilson. You're pressing me. Why do you want to get me? If you believe in evolutionary biology, if you think evolution has something to do with how we are today, wouldn't you have to buy the full meal deal? No, just the one thing you like or two, right? Great, Captain. Do it.
a genetic thing.
I mean, anything mental health is going to be complicated. Probably both of these things are playing in, but probably when
I
it comes
see.
to trans, more you need to have like a genetic. It's like a pre-requirement, maybe. Is
I see. Yeah, prerequisite for being a whatever. Okay.
the best way to say it.
Yeah.
And let me say it again. I don't care. I don't care if you're gay, straight, you're trans. I don't give a shit. Happy life. I don't care. Indifference. Just leave me alone and I'll leave you alone. I don't care. But what about those evil Republicans? What about that thing? We're the thing, and that's Trump. Really? What did Trump do to oppress trans people? Just curious if you could, share that. Because after all, not so destiny, you won't do that. Now, why is that, hamster? Why? Because she doesn't have a fucking argument. Oh, Trump was so mean to these people, and he put them in gulags, and well, he didn't, though. Did he? Most Republicans don't want to. But let's point to the 1% of evangelical Christian so-called that want to put these people into hell. Obviously, they're all the same, aren't they? Don't worry, guys. It gets better. Let's go.
Pre-required to have the genes.
So
for it.
let me clarify. So I'm not talking about the alcoholic who they have a predisposition towards alcohol, but absent the alcohol, they never become an alcoholic. What I'm asking.
Okay. So Andrew said, if you're an alcoholic, probably like me, I like drinking. He said, well, if a person doesn't drink alcohol, even though they want to, but they don't. Okay. But what does Not So Destiny have to say?
For here is if you think that particular circumstance of the movement towards the thing.
Please listen carefully.
Is the genetic disposition, or if there's a different genetic disposition where they're actually born with this disposition to want to move into another body or whatever the mental illness is.
Based on the earliness of where dysphoria seems to emerge.
The earliness of where dysphoria needs to emerge. Look at those big words. Look at those big words.
I suspect that it's going to be probably still epigenetic to some degree, but I'm going to be clear. The literature is still out on this one.
So epigenetics is if your father is an alcoholic, you might be one. If your parents smoke, you might smoke. It's not a big fucking argument here, but Manny, go ahead.
Just to be clear, every single thing to do with the brain. So it's a really hard question to answer.
You mean like the trans brain scans and all that?
Yeah, sure. The trans brain scans where it's like, are they the same as women's brains? And it's like some research said yeah, some said no.
How about I don't care? Leave me alone. I will leave you alone. We're going to have a happy day. No.
This is a really unsolved problem, but it does seem highly genetic starting at 3.
Well, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. You want to be gay or trans? Go. Be that. The problem is let's say the old conservative people, you want them to accept it as reality, and you're not living in reality. You're living in a fantasy world where, oh my God, I can just say something, and oh my God, I can change my. Okay, whatever you believe is fine. I don't care. But don't sit there and try to change government to make you. Not that hard. Anyway, let's go on to the better discussion about the Faʻafafines.
Any sort of like mental thing that begins that early is very suspicious for high levels of genetic involvement.
So then how come when you see this,
excuse me, Adolf, do you understand, Miss, I'm not Destiny? Do you understand any of this? Or are you just saying nice words? Oh my God, look at the way I speak. I'm so sexy. Don't know. Go ahead.
movement, and in other cultures, you see it in distinctly different ways. If you're pre-programmed, for instance, in the West, to be a male who's born and wants to be a woman, wants to be a female, why is it that you respond in a distinctly different way than you would in a different culture? In other words, why is it that if you're born Scottish, you don't want to get in a kilt, right? This is the question.
Why do you think that?
Now, excuse me. Why, if you're doesn't matter, because here is what she can grab onto. You said kilt. Oh my God. And she's going to go on for fucking minutes. I don't believe in this kilt thing. Oh my God, the kilt. What are you saying about the kilt? You mean you believe this bullshit? I wasn't lying about this.
Kilt isn't anyways comparable to like gender identity.
Because of presentation.
I see. Yeah. And Andrew's point is, previously in the video, well, it's just about a presentation thing. You know, if you dress up as a woman, oh my God, you're a woman. What about Scottish men who dress up in a kilt? No. It's different. It's completely fucking different.
Which is what you said is the mark of gender and ID presentation. So why is it that they always want to present like a Western filled up girl who looks like kind of a skank on Instagram versus what a woman would look like in Saudi Arabia?
Why is it that women, I'm a free, powerful woman, I'm free from the man, why do they always want to only do one thing? What is that one thing? I'm not Destiny. What is it? They want to fuck all the men they want to without consequence. Because there's a certain small percentage of men at the top with money, rich, tall, big shanks that you all want. So let's something with reasons and shit.
So do you think trans people just don't exist outside of Western countries?
That's
is
not
that
what
No, trans people exist outside of Western countries. Perhaps they hide their trans business, behind the scenes. Have you ever heard people like, look, I don't agree with that. I'm a Christian. I'm a Jew. I'm a Muslim guy. But we're going to turn our eyes the other way. Do you get it? That has been done for thousands of years. Okay, let's go see what I'm Not Destiny has to say.
He's saying that it's like an aesthetic that they put on. Are you telling me that you honestly believe that?
Yes.
That wearing a kilt is similar to becoming.
Here she grabs onto the fucking kilt. See, that's what I'm Not So Destiny and Destiny do. They find one little stupid, perhaps, argument in their opponent. And, but what about the kilt thing? Jordan Peterson, you said this. It's fucking brilliant on their part. I mean, like I said, this woman's not stupid. She's ill-informed and fucking ignorant about a lot of shit, but she ain't stupid. Go ahead.
Trans.
Well, what I'm saying is
that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that if it's aesthetics that we're looking at,
Right.
and that's what you claim gender actually is an aesthetic presentation towards a thing.
It's just how I present. Oh my God. If I wear a dress, I'm a woman. And of course, Not So Destiny will deny this.
I didn't say transgenderism ideology is that thing. I said
ideology. Yes. I had to look that up. So obviously she's got a big brain there.
I define gender as performance. These are not the
yeah,
same
but
thing.
performance
ideology is where it came from. In case you want to look it up, go ahead. Ideology is where does all this stuff come from? Mm-hmm. Right.
Isn't that the aesthetic?
Well, no, the performance is in large part aesthetic, but you're now asking me about ideology.
So that's what I'm asking you.
What is
like,
ideology?
How do you know?
Oh, Andrew, you're such a stupid fucking Nazi. You don't even know what ideology means. Oh my God. See, I won this argument. Didn't he? He lost, didn't he? Not So Destiny. Oh my God.
That the way that these are presented, right, in the West, if you were put in a different environment, a different country.
Will they become Faʻafafine like the Samoans?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a valid question, but it's not similar to
Oh, here we go. Took us a while, but we got there.
Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that if it's aesthetics that we're looking at, and that's what you claim gender actually is an aesthetic presentation towards a thing.
I didn't say transgenderism ideology is that thing. I said the way that I define gender is performance.
Well, maybe your definition is fucked up. Not So Destiny. Have you thought about that? No, absolutely not.
Yeah, but performance is what? Isn't that the
exactly? I'm dressing up in girls' clothes, so I'm a woman. Really?
Aesthetic?
Well, no, the performance is in large part aesthetic, but you're now asking me about ideology.
So that's what this
ideology where it all began. Thank you.
What I'm asking you is like,
ideology?
How do you know?
I know what it is. Not So Destiny. I know
that the way that these are presented, right, in the West.
Okay.
If you were put in a different environment, a different country.
Will they become Faʻafafine like this?
Faʻafafine. Farfig Nugan. Okay. Not So Destiny. Tell us what that is.
Yeah, that's a valid question, but it's
Is it? Is it really? Okay, say it. Have your piece. Go ahead.
Not similar to a kilt, and I don't think that these things are analogous in any way.
Still stuck on the fucking kilt. That's what Not So Destiny and Destiny does. They find one fucking thing they can latch onto and say their pretty words and their pretty voices. Oh my God, there's this 50 blah, 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 blah. It sounds like being at a management meeting in my fucking company. There's all these bud words. There's all these bud words, people. I'm in St. Louis. They don't know fucking shit. Let's talk about the Farfarinas. Go ahead.
And we can't pretend like they are. The actual thing about Faʻafafine shows probably the way that
Faʻafafine. And how much of the human population over the last 100,000 years has the Faʻafafine been? Asking for a friend.
That they express societally is pretty open up to society. But the Faʻafafine are a third gender.
Yeah, so that ought to put
in the Samoan culture. Yes. How many Samoans are there in the world? Not, I'm not ragging on the Samoans, but little Not So Destiny wants to tell you that because there was this thing, thus and shall we have this. It's fucking bullshit. That's the argumentation of Destiny and Not So Destiny.
So, I mean, just that, just that statement, that the environment's going to greatly impact whether or not you even present with the opposition of gender.
That's not what I've said.
Okay, well, then why don't you?
Okay, what did you say? Not So Destiny. Tell us what it was.
Rephrase it.
Okay, let's go back. What is ideology?
I have a nice voice too, so I can spew bullshit all day and sound better than you because I have more experience. But go ahead. Tell us what you said, please.
Well, who cares? Go back to my question.
What is etiology?
What about the kits, the kilts? What about etiology? Do you see this? I certainly hope so. Okay, Kyla, go for it.
Oh, wait. Hang on. You're moving back too far.
No.
The previous statement that you just made was what?
But you said kilts. Oh my God, but kilts. Yes.
Previous statement that I said was that the Faʻafafine express socially in a different way
No,
than the way
before
that
that, you said
And there were several hundred people that expressed that way in the Samoan culture. Not so Destiny. Do you understand that the rest of us out here, us stupid rubes we don't have the education you have, but we can look shit up. And you're coming in here and you're telling Adolf Hitler about this bullshit. We're supposed to accept it. Got it. Go. Okay.
that depending on where you're at in the world, right,
Yeah,
you may not even present with this type of gender.
That is not what I said.
It is what you
I said that they present as a third gender, but the dysphoria rates are very.
So what? Do you understand the concept of a normal distribution curve? Not so Destiny, do you? I don't think so.
Similar. When you rate them on things like dysphoria of body, it rates very similar to Western trans women and trans men. They're
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah.
in this
absolutely
one
similar
culture.
groups. In the
One tiny culture, several thousand people in American Samoa. Did you miss that? Oh, you're ignoring that because you want to make a fucking point. Got it.
one culture.
Yeah,
that
in
has-
this one culture, but that.
Wait,
but
why
this
would you
moves-
dismiss
but
this over
moves
one
back,
culture?
But this
We're not dismissing it. Not so smart. We're saying it's one culture on one isolated island out in the middle of the fucking ocean. Maybe it worked for them. Fine. Good. But we are a country of 375 million fucking people. And the vast majority of them are in the fucking bell curve. Do you understand that? No.
moves back to the question of like, how do you know that if they're born
Great.
in?
That's a good question.
Yes.
What's etiology?
Okay. Not so.
Going back again. Ready? Let's go back. Remember, she is a fucking robot. She has a few nice words. She has a very pleasant voice. And she's going to go back to the same thing over and over again.
Getting a kilt, right? This is the question.
Why do you think that the kilt is in any ways comparable to like gender identity?
Because of presentation, which is what you said, is
Do you
the
think
mark of gender and ID is presentation. So why is it that they always want to present like a Western filled up girl who looks like kind of a skank on Instagram versus
Now, Andrew has a point. Why are the trigenders in some places like American Samoa or in some place in Mexico? Why is it always the same? Why do they want to pretend to be a chick with this flamboyant shit? No, nothing to say about that, huh? All right, we'll go through it one more time, and then I'm going to get some more beer. Go ahead.
is what a woman would look like in Saudi Arabia.
Wait,
for instance.
so do you think trans people just don't exist outside of Western countries?
I've
Is
already
that
said
what
it.
you're
Are
saying?
you
They
saying that
do.
it's like an aesthetic that
They
they put
do.
on? Are you telling me that you honestly believe that wearing a kilt is similar to becoming trans? Do you
Well,
think that
what
they're
I'm
the same?
saying is that
that what you're
What are you saying, Andrew? And will this smooth-brained idiot understand your point?
saying?
what I'm saying is that if
No.
it's aesthetics that we're looking at, and that's what you claim gender actually is an aesthetic presentation towards a thing.
I didn't say transgenderism ideology is that thing. I said the way that
Let's talk about etiology. Let's get there again.
I define gender is performance. These are not
Yeah.
Performance. So you define it as performance. Not so smart. But he said, what about a kilt? Well, that's different. Because oh my God.
Yeah, but performance is what? Isn't that the aesthetic?
Well, no, the performance is in large part aesthetic, but you're now asking me about ideology.
So that's
tell us about the Faʻafafine again. They're not so smart. Go ahead.
This is what I'm asking you.
What
is
is
like,
ideology?
how do you know that the way that these are presented, right, in the West, if you were put in a different environment, a different country,
will they become Faʻafafine like the Samoans? Yeah, that's a
Faʻafafine.
valid question, but it's
Got it.
not similar to a kilt, and I don't think that these things are analogous in any way.
Really? Okay. So how do you know someone is Faʻafafine in the Samoan culture? Hold on. My beer is empty. It's a terrible thing.
We can't pretend like they are. The actual thing about Faʻafafine shows probably the way that
Wait, let me wave my hands in the air and tell you what I think, because I'm really smart and shit.
They express.
All right, enough of that. I don't fucking care. It's bullshit. My point, gentlemen, ladies, this is all smooth sounding words. Do you know the word mellifluous? I'm sure you do. What does it mean? Honey tasting. Mellifluous. So, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to give her credit. She is really smooth, right? She's smooth. She's full of bullshit. All of the feminists are full of the same bullshit. Well, we had this one thing 1,000 years ago and in American Samoa, and so, oh my God, if you don't accept that, you're bullshit. Andrew Wilson says, no, excuse me, what? What if men decide to wear a kilt in Scotland? Are they transgender? Oh, no, it's different. Is it? Anyway, link is in the description. You guys have a wonderful night. Love y'all. Merry Christmas. Take care. Bye-bye.